Today, tokhô قوردىقى, also known as big plate chicken. Big plate chicken is one of the most famous Uyghur street foods in the Silk Road, and today we are going to make this delicious dish. I can't wait to share this recipe with you. Let's get started. توخۇ قوردىقى means chicken stew in Uyghur. We combine this chicken stew with noodle. So as usual, I'm going to begin with making dough. We need to make a dense dough, so knead the dough thoroughly with your fist. Fold it, press the dough like this, fold it again, continue with kneading. Flip it. Sometimes you see some dry spots like this, so knead it until it becomes very smooth and you don't see dry spots like this. As you can see, the dough is very smooth. It looks beautiful. Now I'm going to cover it with wet towel. Let it rest for about 15 minutes. If you ever have chopped the chicken, you know sometimes there are bone fragments in the meat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop it in bite-sized pieces, and for removing all the bone pieces, I'm going to wash it and remove that bone fragments. Oh yeah, my mom used to discard the neck as well because there is a lot of blood in the neck. And then I'm going to boil it in hot water. Let it boil for about 2 to 3 minutes so you don't have weird chicken smell. Actually, you can apply this any kind of meat. After about 3 minutes, I'm going to strain out the excess water. We need just the meat. In Uyghur restaurants, they don't use chicken head and chicken feet. There is no alcohol in the Uyghur food. In some non-Uyghur restaurants, you will find there is alcohol in this recipe. So that's maybe good to know if you are a Muslim. Make sure that you strain out the excess water, so when you put the meat in the oil will not spatter. This is hot red chili pepper. Just cut off the head. You don't need to remove the inside of this. This is mild green pepper. Cut off the head and remove the inside. The rest of the ingredients just peel and clean as you normally do. Then chop them up. I'm going to chop the red hot chili pepper roughly. Also the ginger. I'm just going to use the hard section of the scallion. We are going to use this later. Cut this roughly too. Cut the peppers in triangle form. I'm going to divide the red pepper in 3 sections and cut it in triangle form as well. Look at these colors. Looks so beautiful. It smells good too. Cut the potato at the same size as chicken. Also grind the Sichuan pepper. For this recipe, we use lots of oil and use biggest fire. Let it heat up. And at the same time, I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of sugar. and 1 teaspoon of salt. And with my spoon, I'm going to mix it in the oil. Let the sugar and salt melt in the oil. The sugar is melting, as you can see. We will wait until it bubbles. It's begin to bubbling. Now I'm going to put the chicken. So the sugar, caramel give the chicken beautiful texture, taste and color. Be careful with the oil. Can you see this beautiful color? And that's because of the caramel. Add the hot red chili pepper, ginger and heart section of the scallion. Don't mix all the ingredients too much. Add water. I just added the anise and paprika powder, chili flakes, soy sauce, and salt, citron pepper. Let it boil for about 15 minutes. Don't forget to cover it with a lid. Turn the fire down to the medium. In the meanwhile, make the boiling water ready for the noodle. For making the noodle, I'm going to lubricate the surface of the noodle with oil. I'm going to use rolling pin. Roll it out. Roll out the dough. Make a even, thin and smooth dough. Lubricate it with oil. Turn it around. The edges can be a little thicker than the middle, so make sure it has even surface. Now I'm going to cut this dough into flat strips. Each section is like the width of 2 fingers. Lubricate the dough with a layer of oil. Now pick one section. I'm going to press it with my top of my fingers like this. Give it a little bit beautiful structure. Turn it around, other side. This makes the noodle very characteristic. And then you can hit the table with your noodle like this little bit. Make it thinner and longer. Don't wait too long with the noodle. Put them right away in the boiling water. And mix it with chopsticks. Some noodles can stick to each other. Make loose from each other. When it's boiling, put splash of cold water. Repeat this process with this noodle twice. Because it's fresh, so you don't need to cook too long. Take them out, put them in cold water right away. At the end, I'm going to add the garlic and the rest of the vegetables. Don't cook them too long, 2 to 3 minutes. It's ready! put the sauce first. Big plate chicken is ready. I wish you could smell it. It looks so delicious. I can't wait to eat it. We eat big plate chicken as other Uyghur dishes in a communal way. And everybody has their own plate. You can pick the ingredients and yeah, enjoy. And don't forget to place the chicken on the top of the noodle, and you can decide the thickness of the noodle yourself, thick or thin. But if you make it too thin, it will break. So if you make this recipe, don't forget to share the pictures with me on Instagram. I hope you like this recipe and see you next week. Bye!